Hello, Brian. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you doing, Mom?
Oh, it's super good to see you today, and I'm excited about our deep dive into stillness. I love
Yes.
this idea you have about a video describing what's available to kind of a regular meditator or someone who develops the skill of prayer and contemplation. And I will start with a Hermann Hess quote. And then we also have an Eckhart Tolle quote to share later in the video. Hermann Hesse is an author, a poet. He was born in Germany. He got the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1946 for his book Siddhartha. And so, a creative person, here's this quote about stillness. Within you, there is a stillness and sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself.
Mhm.
So he's not a spiritual leader, he's a creative, a writer, a poet, a painter. He knows there's a still sanctuary within him. And you and I are talking about how to take a deep dive into that for each of us. So, what are your thoughts, Brian?
I love it. So first of all, let me just say I love how we're matching right now.
Yes. This was
So you
unintentional. There
got
was no memo sent.
no memo. You got the awesome black and white polka dots. I got the palm trees and elephants here.
That's right. The right tropical
Black and white.
motif for coming to us today from Da Nang, Vietnam.
Yeah, so let's just get into it. I mean, I didn't write notes, but there's a lot of thoughts we can jump into. So when we decided to do this video, we were talking about a line that David Hawkins said in one of his videos where he said, his teaching on meditation and spirituality is that there's no point in trying to stop the mind, that the mind's job is to think. So you're trying to like stop nature. And so that's not going to work. In fact, that may actually be a negative technique, even though that is a technique that is taught by a lot of meditation teachers. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm sure people have positive intentions and that might work for some people, but some people might actually experience a negative thing there
Mhm.
because it's like you're trying to stop your consciousness natural thing, which is to think. So there's sort of like a interruption of nature. So David Hawkins was saying, think of it like the waves in the ocean.
Mhm.
The thoughts are the waves on the surface of the ocean, right? And he's like, so would you try and stop the waves? No, that's not how you handle that. What you do is you let yourself dive deeper into the ocean. You get deeper to a greater place of stillness and depth. And then whatever's going on the waves on the surface, you don't even notice it anymore. It doesn't even bother you anymore because you're so much deeper to such a more still, peaceful, deep place. And it may be possible to get to a place of your consciousness that doesn't change.
Yes.
It's like an eternal thing. It just is that.
Yes.
And so that's been postulated, that's been theorized. Some people have said that they have been able to do that.
Hmm.
And many people have also said once you get there, it's just complete joy, it's just complete bliss and peace and stillness. And
Hmm.
you no longer feel the stress and the pressure that you have to change anything.
Hmm.
You feel completely, you're just complete in that deepest part of yourself. So nothing has to be done, nothing has to be changed.
Hmm.
You're just good.
Hmm.
That could be called, enlightenment, or it could be called self-completion. It's like you've completed the work of being an individual soul.
Hmm.
So do you want to jump in on that?
Yes. Well, Eckhart Tolle, spiritual leader that
Yeah.
we're super fond of, who's still alive and working today, he has a quote and he says, "Stillness is where creativity and solutions to problems are found."
Mhm.
So I know we both are meditation teachers and have taught for years and are practitioners. And there's
Mhm.
so many different kinds of meditation, and dialing in the right kind for the right person is part of the joy of teaching meditation. But um, the understanding that You don't choose to finish all the arguments in your head, to work out all the, find a solution to all the problems, and then meditate. You reverse engineer that. So Eckhart Tolle recommends go deep into the stillness, set aside the burdens of worry or difficulties or what you're untangling. And when you come back from the stillness, you'll have inspirations, you'll have new solutions. You've been doing the untangling while you were still kind of in the background of the processing of your mind. And
Yeah.
so don't wait until your mind is calm. We teach people how to go past the busy talking mind, the waves on top of the sea, and to go deeper. I love the perspective from David Hawkins that you're not going to stop the waves, you're not going to stop the wind, you're not going to stop whether the sun comes up or goes down. Nature teaches that these things are a rhythm that continue. But when you can cooperate with that rhythm, learn to do a deep dive and let all the waves do what they do. But you're down here in the stillness and in the peace, helping people find their place of sanctuary is part of the joy of teaching meditation. And some get there with contemplation and prayer too.
Yes, absolutely. And I think one of the things we sort of encourage here at ALD is everyone's got to find what works best for them,
Yes.
right? So whatever meditation technique, whatever prayer technique, whatever religion works best for you, whatever psychological, tips work best for you. I mean, just whatever works best for you to create your best life
Mm-hmm.
and be your best version of yourself. That's really what we go for here at ALD. It's very open-minded. It's just geared towards helping people live better and be happier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and so I don't know, there's a lot of other stuff we could get into.
I have a
One
question.
idea,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
let me prompt you. We talked about this a little before the video, that some people will come across that stillness when they're fishing. Or some people
Sure.
will come across that stillness when they're out on a boat, or some when they do a long ski run by themselves. They
Mhm.
have this moment where their mind is kind of disengaged because of the activity they're in, and they can let the stillness and the quiet in. And they find
Mhm.
it so refreshing. So people have
Mhm.
had that experience of stillness, but maybe haven't connected it to a meditation technique.
I love it. So you're talking about stillness in motion, actually,
Okay.
which is a really cool concept. It's a really cool thing. Many athletes have felt this, like so let's say you're like a professional skateboarder.
Hmm.
You flip the board, you catch it with your feet in the air, and then your focus has to get completely still to realize how you're going to land the skateboard like on a rail so that you can,
Hmm.
grind or slide down the rail.
Hmm.
There, so you're in motion, but you have to have moments of complete focus and being completely still and being focused on that
Hmm.
exactly how you land to get the timing and the balance just right. So
Hmm.
there's this phenomenon of stillness in motion.
Hmm.
Okay. And same thing with yoga.
Hmm.
You're doing exercises, you're doing
Hmm.
motions, but then you have to hold it.
Hmm.
You hold the pose. So it's stillness in motion, right?
Hmm.
You brought up fishing. I forget who it was. It was either David Hawkins or maybe Eckhart Tolle or someone like that who said, people fish their whole lives and they don't even really, really know why they love it. When people ask them, why do you love to fish? They'll be like, well, catch some big fish. It's just fun. You eat the fish, you drink some beers. It's fun, you know, being out on the lake. Really, one of the main reasons people love fishing is because of the silence,
Hmm.
getting away from everything,
Hmm.
the aloneness, the stillness, the silence, being away from all your problems. It's like a meditation without formally being a meditation.
Hmm.
You're just out on the boat in the middle of the lake.
Hmm.
Nobody's around
Hmm.
you. You don't even have to worry about someone coming up to talk to you. It can't happen. It can't happen. There's nobody out there. Nobody can come and bring you a problem. Doesn't exist in the middle of the lake. Can't happen.
Mhm.
And it's the peace, the stillness, being in nature, the quiet of that. Many, fishermen or fisherwomen actually love the time floating on the boat even more than the time catching the fish, but they
Mhm.
won't tell you
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
because they don't want to,
Mhm.
you know, they don't necessarily want to admit that it's really a meditation. They want it to be like, nah, I'm a badass fisherman. So, yeah, all these things. How do you find your stillness? How do you find your peace? How do you find your quiet?
Mhm.
And, that may actually be where your real self is. So
Mhm.
this is one of the Eastern concepts.
Mhm.
It's a Western concept that your real self is your personality,
Yes.
is how much money you have. That's your real self. That's your real life.
Yes.
Like in the West, we say, you know, your real life is how much money you make, is
Yeah.
how hot your girlfriend is
Mhm.
how nice your thing. That's your real life, and your personality. That's your real self. So in the East, and then I'll let you jump in.
Sure, sure.
In the East, the idea is no, that's the waves on the surface.
Mhm.
That's just your passing thoughts,
Mhm.
your passing emotions, your passing circumstances in
Mhm.
your external life. The real self is the bottom of the ocean,
Mhm. Mhm.
the core of consciousness that never changes. And once you find that,
Mhm.
it's the end of suffering.
Mhm.
You found your real self. It's at the bottom of the ocean. It's not the waves on the surface where the wind's always changing and blowing things and
Mhm.
this is happening, that's happening.
Mhm.
That's like the nonsense from an Eastern perspective. So anyway, go ahead,
Oh,
jump
so
in.
I just wanted to say we have a phrase in the West. I'm that guy that knows all the taglines from the movies. I'm that guy that maintains a beautiful car. I'm that guy with the concert tickets. I'm
Mhm.
that gal that carries a $3,000 handbag. I'm that gal that's the first to sign up for soccer carpool or brings the
Mhm.
cupcakes to the PTA meeting. So we do identify with our behavior, with how
Mhm.
other people speak about us. We shape our lives so that we're accepted and appreciated and so on. But as you say, that's kind of a Western framing. It's the window
Yep.
dressing of who we are, not who we actually are. So
Mhm.
you can do a deep dive into stillness and not be the Zen guy or not be the yoga gal. You can just be the one who's resilient, the one who
Mhm.
manages to maintain balance, the one
Mhm.
who knows that if I have a tangle I can't seem to solve, I know what to do. I'm going to sit in the stillness for a while. And then when I emerge again, I'll have a new idea, a new perspective to try to tackle that. You can be that guy or that gal with having it be, part of your public identity, if you will.
I love it. I love it. And let me add in some more stuff. And I,
Mhm.
I love what you're saying. So another thing with talking about getting to the stillness or letting the mind quiet down or getting deeper below the mind. Um, One key to this to help stop the waves, if you are going to try to let the waves subside, not
Mhm.
forcefully,
Mhm.
but in a more effortless way, you can you can give up the intention to think.
Mhm.
So one question is, where do thoughts come from? Right? One answer to this is that when there's an intention to think, thinking will occur. So you can also experiment with this, a little bit of a different approach, but you can also experiment with this where you can sit down for meditation and just say, I don't need to think. Like, I accept just being.
Mhm.
I don't need to think for the next 10 minutes or 20 minutes or however long you choose.
Mhm.
Just let go of the intention to think. And just, you can set an intention to, I just want to be a being.
I'm going to hang out
I
with
just,
me for a while. I'm going to hang
yeah,
out with me.
yeah, I just want to be a being. I'm just going to be that
Mhm. So
and
nice.
just experience it.
Yeah.
and see where that takes you. Yeah.
So we encourage you in this video to think about a deep dive into the stillness. You've probably been in the zone on the ski slopes or on the boat on the lake or watching the sunset with a cup of tea or while you're baking on a long car ride. You may have
Mhm.
been in moments of stillness where you really felt the peace. You can do that on purpose on the regular. We'd love to show you how. We have a team of coaches that help you achieve things you want. They help you design your life. We'll share how to get a hold of them in the show notes, along with the quotes we shared today. You can join our community for free as well. So, like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.